watching other people keeps us distracted from going within and leveling up our own energy. When you can stop looking outside of yourself for the small things and big things, whatever end of the scale, when you can start to pull yourself back and come to this point of understanding, nothing outside of you matters when it comes to creating a shift for things to get better. And the more people that can come to this realization and understand that they can raise their own vibration, the impact would be astronomical. It creates such a domino effect that it alters the whole vibration of this world. And yes, I know there's always going to be an imbalance of energies because we need the contrast in order for us to grow and expand. It's part of evolution. It's the law of this reality that we live in. Once you come to this point of understanding and realize that whatever you see taking place around you, it is not your duty to sort that out. It is not your duty to point the finger and make judgment and feed into the rubbish that is dished out. There is so much fabrication that is fed into our minds, and we have become puppets to this whole way of existing. It completely controls us and rules us. We are told to have fear, to have hate, to sit in a place of frustration and anger and stress, making us enemies to each other. And it is a very sad way to exist because we are not enemies to each other. We grow from each other and learn from each other. We can better our whole circumstances, not by going, I want you to change. You never ever place that on another person. You bring it back to yourself. We must bring it back to ourselves if we want real change and transformation to occur in a positive manner. Because only working on yourself, on your internal state of being, only then will change come about. The only way we can take our power back is by realizing the only thing that matters is working on yourself. It creates such a shift of energies that anyone in your surroundings, it either encourages them to also shift into this higher vibration, or they will drop away naturally from your world. You will no longer resonate with the people that sit in the lower energies. It won't feel right. For me, I know that I will only be feeding the vibration of negativity if I allow it to take over my mind and allow that in. And even though you believe you're feeding it with justice, like wanting to stand up with situations that are so unjust, I do get it because I was there. I was part of that. And believe so much that we need to stand on the situations that just are so corrupt. But it does not do anything except feed this toxicity and keep everyone in this low vibrational state of existing. The way how we can break away from all of it is heightening our own energy frequency by going within and really working on ourselves to shift our perception and see the bigger picture of everything, the reason for the contrast, why it's needed, making peace with the fact that we don't get to control any other person except ourselves. That is it. That's where our control begins and ends. It does not go outside of us ever. When it goes outside of us and we can point the finger at another person, another dynamic taking place that is of low energy and expect it to change for us, we have already failed. We must not turn our backs on ourselves. We must not neglect giving time to looking at ourselves. It is never the fault of another person, a situation taking place outside of you. It is our own energy frequency, being aware of the power we each hold to shift our internal state of being and add to the goodness of the world. Anybody who can grasp this, who isn't on board with this already, please take a moment and just weigh things up and ask yourself, what do I have to lose in order to try this for a little while? Try to catch yourself before you start looking outside at others and pointing out their wrongdoings and feeding, conversations with this low frequency energy because it enrages you, because it frustrates and stresses you out. So many people can easily get caught up in that spiral and they end up sinking themselves, and they wonder why their life is so blocked up and keeps repeating in negativity, why they can't break away, why change can't be seen, and why they keep feeling that they're stuck. You know, this is why they're stuck. This is why you remain stuck. For anyone who is constantly working on themselves, I applaud you. I really do, because you add to the beauty of this world, the higher vibration, and I do understand what it takes to be able to look at yourself and face yourself and call your flaws out on yourself. It is hard work, and the commitment that you have put into it, I appreciate you truly. Thank you for doing what you do. You add to the light of this world.